How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I want to bring you along with me to talk about if you should get the Sony A7III for your next mirrorless full frame camera in 2020. So let's jump right into it. Short answer, yes, you should get it. But anyways, in reality, this camera is a very, very powerful camera. In all honesty, if we're going to be serious about it, not just kind of simple yes. I want to give you a little bit more reasoning behind of why. So far in 2020, there's been a lot of great cameras coming out with Canon, Sony, and everything in between. And there's a lot of noise with those cameras because they have all these specs that everybody wants, whether it's like the 8K RAW or, you know what, 4K 120 frames per second, 10-bit internal, and everything in between like that, which it is awesome that cameras are going into that aspect of the future. One big thing, though, is the price point. A lot of the people kind of forget how much money you're going to have to invest into those cameras, not just with the camera body itself, but also with the memory cards, your computer, and everything to be able to basically handle all that extreme footage. So now with the Sony A7III, this camera right here came out, I think, 2017? I can't remember for the life of me if it's 2017, 2018, I don't know. I got it last year in November for Black Friday. Right now, as of today, I believe the Sony A7III is on sale for like $1,700, which usually is never on sale. I got mine for $1,800 in Black Friday last year, but yeah, so what I was considering with this price point is that it is a really great camera for the bang for your buck kind of style of a camera. This camera shoots 120 frames per second in 1080p, 4K, and it's really great with low light, and it's also a perfect hybrid camera for photos and video. So if you want to kind of have a little bit of a great overall camera, this is the camera to go with in 2020. So with this camera, I've actually used it fairly pretty much ever since I started this YouTube channel to really use it. I've used my Sony A7III on all video aspects of this channel, minus the ones where I actually try out my Sony A7R2 or the R3. Right now I'm filming on my 7R3, but I'm going to give you a little bit of test footage with the A7III, even though pretty much all my videos are with the A7III, and also some photos so you can see kind of a little bit of the quality comparison to see why I mean that it's a great hybrid photo and video camera. So with the Sony A7III, this has been my most favorite camera that I've owned from the Alpha series. I started with the A6000, then I got to A7III, and then I got my A7R2, then the R3 now. So I still use the R2 and the R3, mainly for photo with the R3 and then video for the A7III. My A7R2 is kind of like a backup camera when I need to do a lot of multiple cameras. So that's what I use them for. So I'm going to take a couple photos and show you what I mean of how great of photo capabilities this camera has. I'm going to use my 70 to 180 lens on my A7III, and I'm going to take a couple photos of what's around me just to kind of show you a little bit of the quality of it, because it's a really great camera. It has 24 megapixels, which is more than you need. The A7R3 has the 42 and the A7R4 has 61, which it's just bigger files and yes, a little bit more cropping capabilities, but with 24, it's the perfect middle ground in my opinion for video and photo. So that's why I feel like this is such a great hybrid photo and video camera. So I'm just going to take a couple photos and show you what I mean. So those were a couple shots that I was able to take around here. I showed you the uncropped version of the photos and also zoomed in, so that way you can kind of see the little pixel peeping kind of thing of people like to do and see if it's a lot of, you know, quality or whatever you want to like look into it. I think these photos are always great. I really love this camera actually for night photography. It's very phenomenal. So, but that's just me being biased because I own the camera, but that's one of the reasons why I actually bought it with my own money. Obviously, I'm not at a point where I have any sponsorships or, you know, any brand deals, so this is my honest truth about it. So now off to the video specs and everything between. I'm gonna do a little bit of 4K video, just kind of show you what it is. I'm just gonna let it set and just kind of video a little bit, and then also do some 180, 120 frames per second and show you it slowed down, just to show you the quality and how it looks. So that was just a little bit of footage, nothing crazy, obviously, just to show you what it looks like. I used my 70 to 180 just to kind of, you know, zoom in on somebody, not intervene. Obviously, we're still in a pandemic, so I'd like to not be around as many people, but just so you get an idea of the quality of it. If you want to see more footage of that, obviously my videos have this camera, basically used it for all my videos, so all the little kind of sequences that I do most of the time is just this camera. So might help you out to check it out to see if you want to see more stuff. I'm sure there are other videos that have more in-depth kind of comparison, but this is more about the reasoning why you still should be able to get this camera in 2020 as your main camera, and honestly why you really should just go start up with full frame with this camera overall if you haven't gone into full frame lenses and bodies and everything like that. So in all honesty, in 2020 and 2021, this camera is still going to be a banger. So I would advise you to get it while you can with this price point, because you can invest into the full frame lineup and also get some more full frame lenses to then when eventually you're ready to go with the A7S III or whatever camera comes out after, like the A7IV. Well, you'll be ready for it, because then you have perfect balance with the lenses and a good camera body that helps you create what you want to create with good quality. And I promise you, this is a great camera to, you know, go with. So, you know, just to let you know again, if it wasn't obvious already, in 2020, yes, you should get this camera. Even in 2021, since it's almost the end of the year, I would still advise you to get this camera if you're wanting to get more into the full frame lineup. So with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.